Hey friends, I got a copyright strike, so can't do this live, so we'll just do this and I'll post it as a premiere, and maybe we can chat in the chat with each other about it. You can ask questions there. All right, so first let's talk about how the week went. So the plan was to work on that bookshelf. I have a small 1-minute video that shows that bookshelf pretty much in its complete form. So with the only setback with that is with the mantle. They wanted it distressed. I distressed it a little further than they wanted to. And when we're doing work, I just want the people to be happy. So I'm not going to fight them on it. I'm actually going to make a new mantle. We're still going to put in some of the chips and scratches and things, but what she didn't like is she didn't like how some were horizontal. She liked all the vertical ones, so well, that's not a big deal. We'll just make a new mantle, switch them out, then probably put that mantle on Craigslist or Facebook or somewhere and see if anyone wants to buy a mantle. It already has a cutout for an outlet, so that might be nice for someone. And if any of you are interested, let me know. heyizzo@yahoo.com is the email. All right, so that was the only drawback for that job. Other than that, it's pretty much complete. So I got to make a mantle, and I might have to do some touch-ups. That's really it. Then I can get the final check. Woohoo! All right, so then that was Monday through Thursday, basically. So then today I went to babysit, I call it, a glass company. They put in shower walls, and they just had to come back and just take care of a couple loose ends to make the customer happy. The owner actually came out and he did a much better job kind of caulking and finishing things than the fellas that they sent out. So seems like the customer's happy. Hopefully he's happy. Maybe he's watching this. He knows I have a YouTube channel. And we're going to go from there. So that job is almost complete. Very, very few things there left to do. So it was a good week. Can't complain. So now I am here. And I have a roommate for the weekend. My wife is gone off with her mom and some girlfriends, and they're going to go hide in a house in the woods. And I am house sitting this little guy. This is Peanut. This is my friend's dog, Peanut. Hey, Peanut. Oh, so we're going to have some fun this weekend, I guess. Little Peanut. Okay, anyway, so I was going to do a safety point, but the copyright strike has my brain all crazy. So we're going to skip the safety talk for this week, and we'll pick that up again next week. Whether it's live or whether it's a video like this, who knows. But I did want to give you a tour of the tiny kitchen. So let's flip this camera around and give you the tour. Okay, the one-bedroom apartment that we live in, it was part of the house. A little bit of space was added onto it. And we had to figure out ways to make a working kitchen in a very small place. This is like kitchen and dining room. Please excuse the mess. Oh, the wife will. If she actually watched this, she'd be so mad that I showed the mess. But some interesting features. So the stove is just 2 foot wide. It's 24 inches. Normal stove is 30 inches. So that adds a lot of space that we can use for other things. And honestly, we don't really notice a difference. We've been cooking on it. Sometimes both of us are in the kitchen cooking things, and it really feels like we have enough surface top for cooking. Haven't run into anything unusual yet. So also, the dishwasher is smaller than normal. Your average dishwasher is 24 inches wide. This is 18 inches wide. It's also a little bit shorter. So what we did is we added in a silverware drawer on top of it. So we actually totally have snuck in a drawer. Because normally what you do if you follow the instructions is you raise that up using the level lifters. But yeah, just had just enough room to put in a little drawer. Why not? Because really, this was our only drawer. So this used to have silverware in it. And as you can see, you know, just like your typical kitchen, it's got all the utensils in it. So that's what we had to do there. Okay, now this goofy thing. So it's the only way to get a Lazy Susan in there is to to do this. So it's a normal. If I installed it how it's supposed to be, you know, that would be here, and this corner would be here. But there's no room for that because then that cabinet would have had to go that way. That cabinet would have had to go this way, and as you see, it ends right at the wall there. So we have this crazy thing. I set it back and then built this countertop. Oh, and so my video, they got struck down yesterday because of the radio. Just no radio. Bunch of jerks. But so this has a bevel edge on it. It's laminate, so it gives you the impression that it's granite. And then this sink, the brand is Karan, something like that, Karran, and they make stainless steel and acrylic sinks that you can actually make into a laminate countertop. So you can see the laminate just comes down right onto that stainless steel there. So I will eventually make a video showing how that works, or you could look up other videos too. But what we did, since we don't really have a slop sink here, is we got the deepest, craziest stainless steel sink we could fit in here. So if you actually, like when we're cleaning the turtle tank, if you need to get a bucket in here, it's easy to get a bucket in here. The microwave is also 2 foot wide. So, you know, the standard one, just like the stove, is 30 inches. So we fit in this 2 foot wide microwave here. Normally you'd see one of those microwaves over the stove, but with the angle of the roof, obviously that ain't happening. So it's over the sink, and we do run the vent fan when we're cooking. Even though it's over here, it does still help kind of draw away and disperse the smoke, because there's the fire alarm. So I've had the fire department called several times when I'm cooking. But even this, it's 6 inches smaller than normal, but we really don't feel like we're lacking anything. I'll be honest, even designing larger kitchens, I would be interested in using these smaller appliances, at least for Amber and I. It's Amber and I, we don't have any kids. You know, so the dishwasher is perfect for us. What else? And we got the fridge. This fridge was here. It was the homeowners. So it barely fits in there, and I've got measurements. I've got a dream fridge. I'm just kind of waiting for this to die, and then we can get a new fridge. So some of the space-saving stuff, obviously, there's no upper cabinets here because of the angle of the roof. So we got the shelf, we got the corner cabinets, of course we use on top of every space that we can. And then some fun things we've done. So this is just a magnet stuck to the fridge. And we got some of our cookware. We don't use these ones as often. Some of these are fun that we got from people. This is my favorite here with the bottle opener with the blade. Then we have our cast iron, small, medium, and large pans. And my father-in-law blacksmithed these for us. So we got these nice looking hooks for it. Very cool. And there's my booze cart, because there's no room for it anywhere else. Oh, okay. So here's a feature that you'll probably like. And I have a video showing one of these. But to get the most room out of the dead blind corner, that's what they call them, we've got this little unit. So it pulls out, and then it swings out of the way, mostly. And then we've got stuff in here on rollouts. So then we can access these things without having to climb into the cabinet. So there's other ways you can use a blind corner like that. But this is the one we picked, and it works for us, so we like it. So and I forgot to open this door. So this door, you kind of gotta just open it around the dishwasher. And then it's got the traditional Lazy Susan in there. Such a weird countertop. What are you gonna do? Okay, and then, yeah, you may as well see the inside of this. So yeah, the sink comes way down. And then it's so low that that the disposal unit almost becomes part of the, what do you call it? Of the trap to keep the gases out. What's up, Peanut? Okay, so you might have saw this. So Amber found this online, and she glued a bunch of rare earth magnets to the bottom of her spices, and she bought a piece of metal, and I installed it for her. That's where the spices hang. So because the ceilings are angled, the wall was built out 12 inches. So that way, when you're standing at your cabinets, you're not hitting your forehead on the ceiling. So because we had all that space, I actually built boxes into the wall, so that way we can fit wines and oils things like that. And then we, of course, tiled the backsplash around all that. But we got those nice cubbies. We need every bit of storage here that we can. So that's what we ended up doing. And then put some lighting in, of course. Give it a moment. There we go. So we put in some lighting, and it goes up to the tops a little, just for effect, not for any real good reason. So that's our little tiny kitchen. You know, storage over there, more storage. All right, so some other nice things that got to happen. So this cabinet here was when I worked at a cabinet shop years ago, and it was actually a mistake was made, and so we had these extra cabinets. So they sat in the shop for a couple years. Then when we bought a house in Eastlake, I refinished them, and we used them there in Eastlake. But just by coincidence, the two bookshelf units just fit so nice here. So we've even got, like in those first few, we've got more kitchen type items, and then the next few are office type items, and then that one's just got some of my video game junk that I need to sort through and do something about. But all this stuff adds so much space and usefulness to this tiny, tiny kitchen. So that's the tour of the tiny kitchen. And I think that might be all I have. All right, so thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to get the songs eliminated off of that live stream, so that way, I don't know the details. I don't know if once I get rid of the audio for the songs, if that removes the copyright strike, if that'll allow me to live stream again. Not a clue. But if not, Monday I'll release another video just like this until I have my live stream capabilities back. In the meantime, stay safe, have fun, and I will talk to you later.